Welcome AP students. I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Mr. Malumbi, your APUS history. Wow. Okay, there we go. I am your AP US history teacher, and I just wanted to kind of introduce the course and introduce myself. We had a meeting before the summer. I took questions and everything, and so I just wanted to reach out to those who weren't able to make the meeting, but also to reach out to those who did make the meeting and just show you my excitement and just a little bit about this course. I want to remind you that you're going to need some supplies, so if you haven't gone to the store yet and gotten a red pen, a black or blue pen, pencils, also highlighters, and also a fatty stack of flashcards. You're going to need a set of 20 flashcards per week. So make sure that you have that big pack of flashcards, maybe the 500 or more, because you'll definitely use it. So it's important to have all of those. And highlighters, bring those to every class and also have those handy whenever you read your book because those are helpful to annotate. So communication is key. If you haven't signed up with the Remind app yet, you don't necessarily need the app. You can just get the text alerts from myself, but make sure to sign up for that. If you need the code, go ahead and email me and I can give you the code for that. Also, the code for Google Classroom, you'll need to make sure that you're in Google Classroom so that you can be set when we meet together next week, ready to roll. But anytime you have any questions, please don't hesitate to either message me through Remind or to email me, and I'll be quick to get back to you. I just want to mention a little bit of the flow of the class. This APUS history class, I believe, is the best class at Christian High. I know I'm a little bit partial to it, but one of the reasons is because there's really a flow to the week. There's really no bad surprises. Sometimes I'll give you a good surprise, but there's no bad surprises. You know what to expect. So what is the week going to look like, an average week in APUS history? Well, over the weekend, we do read a chapter. I hate to give you guys work over the weekend, but in reality, with the fast nature of this course, that's very important. And so you'll be, if you haven't gotten this book already, it's free from the library. Make sure to pick it up. Let me know if you haven't gotten it already. But you'll read a chapter of this during the weekend. And then Monday, when we meet together on the 8-bell week, we'll have a reading quiz. And so it's important to be prepared with that. Tuesday, we'll usually have Socratics. And so Monday night's homework will be to read a document or a few documents. And so we can discuss the nuances of history. Usually we have kind of a pro-con type look at history and different documents. And then Thursday is when flashcards are due from that chapter. Now, every other week, we will also have a chapter test on 2 chapters. So, for example, if you were to have had 2 weeks in and you read chapter 1 and chapter 2, you already did your note cards on chapter 1, your note cards for chapter 2 would be due that Thursday, and then we'll have a test on note cards 1 and 2, and also the reading on chapter 1 and 2. Again, why is this the best course to take? Well, it teaches you a lot of reading and writing. I know that a lot of students enter APUS history thinking that they're just going to slam dunk this, that they're going to pass the exam with ease in May because they love history. People that come in with a lot of confidence, they have to learn a lot of humility because this is not just going to be a review of what you already know. This is hopefully going to give you some information on what you don't know already, but more than just an informational class, this is really a thinking class. And so I challenge a lot of your understandings. So with reading and writing, there's a lot of that that's been able to do. Make sure that you learn to read to learn, not just read to check it off. A lot of students are involved in a lot of different classes and a lot of different activities, and so they just read to check something off. But I really encourage you to read to learn. And that's why annotating and highlighting in your book is a really good practice to do. And so I'm really encouraging that. What's great about this class is that we really learn a lot of the nuance of history. You know, 2020 has brought a lot of different things to light, whether it's discussions on social justice or whether it's discussions on the role of governors and politicians with our safety versus our freedom. And so those are things that we're going to be discussing. And what I hope to do is to give you a good framework to work from, but to not force you to agree with one set of principles. And so I'm really going to stretch you and push you in different directions to really get you to think a lot. And what I love about this course is that I weave a lot of God's truth into this, because I think that God's truth transcends culture, transcends politics. There is, blue and red is not good or bad. It's just different looks at what God's truth is. And so I'm really excited to see you guys next week. It's going to be an exciting course. I'm so excited to be working with you guys. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you guys have any questions. With the summer work, a lot of you guys have already completed the summer work, but just as a reminder, look through the summer packet to see what's needed. You have that presidential timeline that you'll need to look through and jot down something that's foreign policy, something that's domestic policy within that presidential timeline. You also have the 27th Amendments that you'll need to write in your own words to summarize. You'll have that map and the admission of states. And the reason for that is because we don't do a lot of geography during the regular year, but I want to front load that understanding of geography so that you have some context to this class. We will also have that reading of chapter 1 that's due as well, also with the note cards. Chapter 2 you should have read as well. However, you don't need to do note cards yet on chapter 2. We'll do that next week. And then we do have that entrance exam. And that entrance exam is important because it gauges if you should be in this class. It really gives me an understanding and you an understanding if this class is the right class for you. We have a lot of students that are eager to take this class, but I want to make sure that you're not just eager, but that you come into this class with eyes wide open. So super excited to teach you guys, to learn together. I learned so much from you guys. There's such a great dialogue and nuance that happens between us, and so I'm really excited for this. Hope you guys have a great rest of your summer, and make sure to get that summer work. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel here, because I'm going to be giving you a lot of different information through here, and different notes and lectures, and also hopefully have some discussions, because I really like to bring history to life, and I really like to speak to your heart and to encourage you and to teach you how to grow as an individual spiritually, mentally, socially, not just academically.